we didn't have the kind of well-developed mechanism on the harp really until, well, at the earliest late 1800s, where they'd really figured out how to make a good chromatic harp. So really the bulk of our repertoire starts then. So we have to make up for some lost time, and to be in a really stimulating environment where that's important, which certainly Oberlin is that environment, is a wonderful training ground for getting in on the ground floor of that future of music. I've been teaching here for about 11 years. My career focuses on the solo performance aspect, in addition to, of course, teaching. I have a manager in New York, and I play anywhere from 40 to 60 concerts a year around the country, and do primarily solo recitals and concertos with orchestra. The harp is an interesting instrument to study because it is generally perceived as somewhat underserved, underheard, perhaps even underappreciated. And I think that makes it even more important to get really thorough, comprehensive, serious training. So you really know what you're doing and you really know what you're up against. And I think it's also important to have the one-on-one contact with somebody who's really actively in the business. Good. Now that's the right gesture. Mm-hmm. I just need a little more clarity. I generally travel every weekend to go somewhere and play a concert. So when I come back from a trip, it's all fresh. It's fresh what it takes. It's fresh what I need to help my students do. I'll make discoveries all the time. I think that's the best thing about teaching. You have a place to share your discoveries immediately. The harp is an instrument where, to be successful in this business, generally you have to be a bit of a diplomat for the instrument. You have to not only convince a conductor, an orchestra, an organization, a presenter, anyone in a position to hire you. You not only have to convince them that they want to hear you, many times you have to first convince them they want to hear harp, because you're constantly having to explain this rather rare and little understood instrument to people and say, hey, wait, listen to what this can do. Here you have this wonderful job of bringing people something they might not even know they love. And it's exciting for me to impart that enthusiasm to students, both in the kind of repertoire we have, in encouraging my students to commission new works, to work with composers. This is so important. And that's one thing Oberlin is just fantastic with. There are composers galore. There's a fabulous contemporary music ensemble, and that is both the future of music, but certainly the future of harp playing.